Vegas Circle with Paki and Chris, and today joining the circle with us at Bottega Exchange, we've got former NBA player Marcus Banks. Man, one of the top NBA classes, man, 2003. I know that's been arguable.
Yeah.
We're going to get a little bit of that today.
Yes, sir.
Just a legend in Vegas.
Thank you.
Got his business partner with him today, Jesse.
Thank you.
So welcome to the circle, guys.
What's going on?
How'd you guys connect, man? So we were talking a little bit off air.
It's been some years
Yeah.
admiring from afar.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, two different things, being a fan of the game and then getting to link with Marcus and showing him what I've done in the past with sports, facilities, the youth market, and then he had a high interest, and it wasn't until things slowed up for him playing pro ball, since he's been doing it for so long, to get his attention, you know what I mean, to sit down and, hey, let's talk, and then got into business. Here we are in Vegas now.
Where are you actually from then?
Originally from Southern California.
Okay.
Riverside County, a little bounce back and forth between L.A., North Hollywood area.
Okay.
There out in Corona, Norco, Riverside.
Yeah. Yep. I know the Inland Empire area.
The IE, yes, there you go.
I know
That made it easier.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
So you guys have been doing a lot, man. So I know since you retired and everything, you guys were putting together the MB3 Academy.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the MB3 Academy? What's the whole setup of it?
I like kind of kicking this off because I feel more so of it being in this industry. You see so many people open up gyms or run teams. I think MB3 Academy is more, it's a mindset. It's a mentorship program.
Okay.
Something that Marcus is really able to express out on giving the next generation a map to ride on, to take all of the things that he learned over the years, and not just basketball, but also the business of basketball, the lifestyle that comes with it. And he's seen so much, not just here in our country, but also overseas, and everything that he's done, that there's so much information to give back from not just the sport, but, you know what I mean, the experience that he had.
Yeah, so you've got a better evolution. I've seen a couple of your interviews, and you seem to be really, great speaker, great at
thank you.
Taking information, processing it, and kicking it back in a positive way.
Yeah.
It's almost like a natural kind of progression.
I think that was the one thing that attracted the business to kind of take off so fast, is when we originally first met, him showing me the city. This guy needs to be the mayor of Summerlin. If they ever get separated,
The mayor.
You're going to hear me
There
say
you
that
go.
over and over again. But the passion that was it, and seeing the, you know what I mean, the good, and passion of seeing the need to give more resources, let's say, to our youth.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And basketball for sure is a tool. He has expertise in it, maybe a little bit. Knows how to play the game a little bit.
No, that's real.
And how to navigate and utilize it, but even more so of how to understand the business element of it, and what gets you to that point, I think, is the major give back.
Right.
And that's really an umbrella. So,
you know what's nice, too, is that you have so many people teaching philosophy and all this BS. You know what I mean? But you've actually got pretty much a master's degree, right?
We talk about that all the time.
It's true, right? Because we've had a lot of
100%.
athletes come on. You have a master's degree. You've done all this work, all these years, and you're able to teach the kids straight up, no, that's
not the right way.
Gonna work.
Yep.
Not at all. So do you feel that they just listen to you directly because you played in the league, or do you got to get in they behind a little bit? How is that?
I don't. For some reason, like with me and the kids, they lock in soon as we step on the floor.
Yeah.
And that's something that, I've learned growing up. As soon as you cross those lines, it's time to lock in.
Yeah.
So they have adapted, my personality, like from, being around them, day in, day out.
Yeah.
So, it's just I don't know. I have parents that come to me all the time. Hey, I'm having problems with my young kid, and, they're struggling in school and things like that. So, of course, I would ask the kid, like, hey, what's going on? How are you? Like, what's going on in school? And when I tell you, you would think, like, I'm everything. Like they need to give me an answer or whatever.
Yep.
So like I kind of use that, with the parents, like, hey, no problem. I'll be the mentor of these kids. If you can't get it done, you know what? No problem. Send them to me. Yeah. I'll answer every question. Yeah. Like if they want to be where I got, like, you know what I'm saying? And I can explain it. Yeah. I can tell them how hard this road is. I can tell them what they need to do to get there. I can tell them how to eat, how to sleep, what to stay away from is what the thing is now. It's more than just basketball. This is a lifestyle. It's something that, the kids have to take heed to.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Especially if you want to go, to that next level, because, like I was telling Jay, they have more people in China playing basketball than we have in the United States alone.
Oh, that's
So at the end of the day, like I said, the chances of making it is so slim. So what me and Jay, sat down and we talked about what we're doing for the kids. We're teaching them all aspects of life. You understand? It's not just basketball. It's not just football. It's not just baseball.
The pure pressure crap that they're dealing with.
It's called real life situations that people go through.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, me and him, we kind of took out the time, you know what I mean? Like with this mentorship thing, and we want to push it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, like you guys know the kids are the future, right?
100%.
And if we're going to make this thing better, we have to teach our youth, you know what I'm saying, the right way.
Life skills.
Yep, exactly.
I think before we get onto that subject, because we'll go on a rant with that one.
Yeah.
But kind of how they're receptive is like in strength conditioning, for instance, you come in as a strength coach at the university levels, professional levels, whatever it is. You have to lay the foundation, right? And then you have to gain the respect from the athlete, right? You kind of ground them. When you have a resume like his in basketball, you're kind of skipping those steps to immediately where they have. He has their full attention. You know what I mean? So you're already getting to that next level in the relationship. And when that happens, they develop faster.
Way faster.
Well, I mean, look, I'm going to give you your shine. You came out with Bron, come on. Bosh. Wade. Killers. You know what I'm saying?
Real life.
So when you have that, that's what I was curious how they're able to cut in and say, okay, what is this dude going to teach us? You know what I'm saying? Because there's obviously all the shine, but then there's the work, and I know you work your behind off. You know
absolutely.
So it's
absolutely.
So when you're doing that, are you talking to them about, hey, sleeping? You know what I mean? Taking your butt, not hanging out. You know what I mean? And saying no a lot of the times because you got to say no. What ages are you working with? Like how early?
I want them. The younger, the better.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, this is a lifestyle. We want to teach these kids the right way to do things.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I don't care if they come in at 5 years old. We're going to teach them how to stretch. They might can't shoot the ball get the ball to the basket.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure that they're in line, and eventually, like, you can see the growth.
Yeah.
So no, it's definitely a lifestyle. We're teaching these kids from babies, and you know what? It carries on, even in school. You know what I mean? Like things like that. Like that's the main thing. Like, you know, staying focused in school, doing the little things that can, you know, stretch out your life, stretch out your career. You know, just going forward. And like I said, that's what we preach with these kids.
So you're coming experience-wise on like what, you know what I mean, the MB3 Academy is a one-stop shop, if you will, that has every encompassing resource that a professional athlete needs.
Yes.
There you go.
But it's readily available to our youth. So where it's not a matter of how young it goes, it's more so of at the earliest ages of what resources that they can really comprehend, what they can be around. But the basics and fundamentals of movement, of performance, of prevention, of sports nutrition, and the way that they're eating is one thing he's always talking about. The basketball training and the coaches, that's there. You know what I mean? At all. But it's more so the things that are going on off the court and in developing. So what we do is MB3 has an extension of strength and conditioning coaches separated from prevention and injury specialists, separate from physical therapy, separate from sports nutrition, but you're finding all of those arms of a human performance center.
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay.
Surrounded and saturated by basketball courts.
Oh, wow.
So you got
it's a one-stop shop. When I tell you the way our team works, if all of us in here was a team, I'm the basketball guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This would be the business, and no one steps on anyone's toes.
Everybody knows their lane.
Everyone knows their lane, and then on top of that, we're a team. You understand? You can't do anything without a team. You can't win a championship without a team. You can't go forward without a team. This is the thing. Everyone's opinion matters, and that's how we, you know, our business model is, you know.
Well, you know, not only that, y'all got a bit of energy, man.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Because that tells you a lot, too.
It's a lot.
When you got the flow of everything, when you got the energy right, then that also adds into it.
You know? We got to get the whole squad down here, man. Wait till you see the whole squad, man. Like, our energy is really, really dope.
That's what's up, man.
So is this like you guys have it set up as like a program, or is it like a resource so people can go to you when they need something, or is it like you enroll for 6 months or whatever?
It's an all-encompassing academy, so it's an annual. It's a program. So you just nailed it on the head exactly what it is. So it's not it's not just a camp. It's not just a clinic. We do those, right? And
so you do your a la carte stuff too.
Yes, of course, especially outside. But when you're a part of the physical academy, if it's an on-site deal, you get all those resources for the duration of a year.
Oh, awesome.
Right.
So you're not just coming in as a drop and stop. We do have those after-school programs or those weekend camps. A ton of giveaways. Got stuff coming to UNLV here soon for the community.
Main thing.
Well, you need that in Vegas, man. I mean, I know you know. I didn't grow up in Vegas. I moved here in 2007. but you need that.
Absolutely.
You know, let's state the facts. I mean, Vegas has had one of the worst school systems.
We set
I love that.
That's what we do. We sit and talk about that all the time.
Has,
like,
man.
what can we do?
Yeah. This is why Chris and I started this, right?
Okay.
We started this. Me and him have been friends for a long time.
Okay.
So we wanted to do a podcast that had content.
Okay.
But we didn't want to do the BS of just throwing it out there and doing all that.
Understood.
We wanted it to be a platform for people like you to come in and say, look, this is what we're doing to impact Vegas.
Okay.
Right, for our culture.
For the culture of Vegas. But then, of course, we've had people come from out of state and, different countries and things. But the main thing is we want to impact Vegas in a different way. And we want kids to be able to hear a lot of that because you know what it is. I mean, you see all the – I mean, I was out last night, but you see Vegas is the party area, but people know that there's more than just the Strip.
Absolutely.
Right.
And so it's great that you guys are doing this because we're hoping that we can change the education just by doing this podcast and seeing positive things of people like you guys that are really moving and shaking and making that impact, and it could take us to the next level. So I'm happy to see what you guys are doing, man. It's awesome.
Here's why we're on education because it fires me up.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, okay?
Yep.
3 things.
Okay.
1, true.
Yep.
Vegas, Nevada.
It's like 46th or 49th like every year.
Great, but guess what? We're bottom 3 in the world as a country.
Yep.
So we have nothing to pride ourselves on.
Exactly.
California isn't better. New York isn't better. Whatever it is. So I feel you. And this is how we're going to impact Vegas is educating on education and exactly what that means because we all potentially grew up on the public school systems.
Yeah, I sure did.
Absolutely.
All of us. There's too many options now where you're not
charter
stuck
and all
with
the different
charter, with homeschool, with the big thing is distance learning. So instead of we can't change the education model. That's a system that's no offense, maybe broken in total, depending on which way that you look at it. But we can give additional options, and if we're creating alternative schools. Right now, we just became an area that was maybe the laughing stock at the bottom to how many alternative programs that we can create. So at MB3 Academy, these kids are learning on distance learning platforms, which means that the parents have the option of choosing their curriculum specifically for their child.
Right.
That's what's up, man.
2, they're on a block schedule as well. So they're not in the traditional sitting on my butt 6 to 7 hours getting picked up, then going to basketball, then going to this. I have no room to eat. I have no family time. I have no time for homework.
Right.
Wow.
When we use it and kind of use the framework of what a college uses with block scheduling, that's actually one of the more efficient ways. But let's do that college preparatory programs as soon as possible.
Okay.
You got me?
You see a lot of just real business people do that.
Yeah.
Right. You hear like people like Simon Sinek breaking up blocks, like you just said, blocks of time throughout the day, and you can get more done in that block, whether it's 30 minutes to an hour versus what we were just talking about, be it efficient and effective versus just trying to
efficiency is everything. Yes, most definitely.
See, for me and Jay, this one really hits home for me. And, speaking about the, schooling system, I was one of those kids that grew up that didn't learn a lot in school.
You went to Cimarron, right?
I went to Cimarron. But see, what people don't understand is I struggled really, really bad.
Okay.
Junior high school, like my first year playing like organized ball, I was a senior.
Oh, wow.
In high school.
You kidding me?
No, that was my first year. So what people don't understand, and this is why it's important for, the schooling thing.
You just blew my mind with that.
No, look,
I never knew that.
And a lot of people don't. The only thing that saved my life, my will to win and summer school.
Damn.
So I'm gonna give you a quick little story. So I flunked out. Like literally, you guys look at it like this. My parents are from here. Mother and father been married 41 years.
That's what's up.
Nothing against mother and father, but you got to think when we grew up. Mother goes to work all day. So does father. So when I get home, I don't have anyone to help me do homework. Who knew how to do algebra back then? You understand? Or trigonometry.
Algebra now.
There you go. So at the end of the day, I went through my entire, first through 12.
Okay.
I did it by myself. I had to figure it out. You understand? Because mother and father was making a way. You understand? They was putting food on the table, clothes on your back. The grind was real at the time. So for me, I got tired of, being ineligible, like being a talent, not understanding or having, you know what I mean? Like that person to tell you, like, this is what you need to do. This is why for me and Jesse, we're making sure we don't miss out on any kids.
That's what's up.
You see what I'm saying? And like I said, I went to summer school and I had like maybe a 1.8 before summer school, right? I took PE, I took government, and it was like, I think it was an English 3 or English 2 or something. I got straight A's, right? So if I started with a 1.9, I left there with 3 A's within 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Which
that boosted
you.
There you go, the school system.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I completely tricked it so that just so I can play basketball.
Yeah.
So now I got over the hump. I'm like, well, damn, like, well, football season's coming up. I need to get on the football team. So it became a trend for me, like, and I found out, like, hey, you know what? If I figure out how to apply myself the right way, this will never be a problem again. You see what I'm saying? And it's the figuring how to apply yourself. Like I didn't understand.
Got it.
So of course, do you guys think that these kids here understand if they're third worst in the country?
No.
Okay, so there you go. So that's why when it comes to MB3 Academy, one-stop shop, we're going to teach these kids. We're going to give them all the nuggets and the little gems that they need to go on. Not saying we're not promising anyone making it to the NBA, NFL, hockey, MLB, but we are guaranteed great people. We are producing great human beings, people that understands, that can go into the corporate world and the business world and make things happen after attending MB3 Academy. And this is the thing. It's not for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone.
So you're putting them in the pressure situations.
No, this is how you, at the end of the day, we're starting off small, nice and tight. Yep. At the end of the day, we want to make sure our product is, you know what I mean? Like, it's put out there the right way. Yeah. So we're not going to go and get 1 billion kids, which, hey, I've been all over the world. We can do that.
Yeah.
But no, we want to.
You're just running it through a funnel. It's
there you go. We want to focus. We really want these kids to get exactly what they need out of the program. And we want to do this thing right. I'm sure, like, think about it, guys. It's been done millions of times.
Yeah.
No one's done it like this. You understand? You know how I know? Because we have actually had our ear to the street.
Yeah.
We went around and we're asking people a part of prep schools and, you know, charter schools and this and this and that and all different academies and things. Everyone has holes in their game. What we're doing is, and like I said, I started the whole academy thing in 03.
Did you?
But at the end of the day, it just wasn't done the right way. Now, we're not going to miss a beat. If it's any mistakes, we're going to take a step back. We're going to come together as a team, not just me make decisions or just make decisions or no, we're going to come back as a team. Yep. Hey, guys, where do we drop the ball at? And we got to figure out a way how to get these kids, you know what I mean? Like caught up with the rest of the world. Because, like I said.
Well, you said it. Lower, not just being 46th, 49th. You said, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of
that's
upsetting.
You know what
I mean? Resources, structure, environment. I think, you know what I mean?
Environment's huge.
Yeah, the environment's huge. So whether that's the learning environment, the performance environment, what their basketball environment, what their home environment.
Especially
you
in
got
Vegas.
me?
Absolutely.
Tough. That's very tough because it's dangerous here. I mean,
it's really tough.
Yeah. It's a 24-hour city, and it's funny because I was talking to some guys about this at the barbershop, and they were saying, look, you can say all you want, but one of my friends, you know, he raised 3 of his boys here.
Understood.
And he was like, look, if you can raise them here, but it starts at home, me be getting in it behind and things, I can't be there all the time, but they know the foundation. So that's great what you guys are doing with the academy is you setting the foundation up. But you said it before is not just basketball.
It's not.
So that's what catches my attention is that because you guys know, I mean, you played in the league for 10 years. That's 10 years of your life.
I was just telling these guys.
Man.
I was just telling them, even still right now, I'm still going cold turkey because I spent so much time. I came out in 03. I finished up in 14. Wow. Then not even only that, I went overseas for 4 years.
Oh,
then
I played. Where did you play overseas?
I played in Panathinaikos. I played in Paris. I played in Qatar, Dubai, Lebanon.
Oh wow!
So like
your roots, man.
No. Best vacation I ever been on. Best paid vacation in the world. I'm just telling these guys, go. You got to go to Lebanon. Go to the Middle East. It's literally like Miami. Like it's sweet.
That's what's up.
But yeah.
And you were doing some stuff too with Big 3, right?
Yeah. So pretty much like I'm grandfathered in. I was there the first year, there the second year. Okay. I wanted to get more on the business side because this is what we were trying to bring to the table the third year.
This is 3 years for you guys.
This is 3 years. This is This is 3 years as far as me brainstorming, putting this thing together, trying to put it in bigger hands. And at the end of the day, this is the thing. This is my baby. This is our baby.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put it in the hands of just a guy that has money.
Or just using your name.
Yeah, no. We want to do this thing right. And if our name is going to be attached to it and our team is going to be involved, you only get one opportunity at that.
I'm proud of it, too.
There you go. So at the end of the day, we're coming full effect. We just want to do things the right way. You understand? We want to teach these kids that it's always another way out. You understand? You don't literally have to be an athlete to make this thing work. You understand? You can be a regular Joe Blow, but be the best that you know that you can be in your role. Be a star in your role. You know what I mean? Like that's the main thing. Like you don't got to be a superstar, just star in your role. And I think for our team, everyone stars in their role. It feels that it just works smoother. You know what I mean? Like in the workspace, like we meet up every day, everybody's cool. Hey, what do you got? What do you got? Okay, this is what we got. We lay it all on the table and we go down the list and what we should attack first. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's pretty dope atmosphere, yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
What has been your biggest challenge kind of getting it off the ground and putting in that right
just,
direction?
You know what the biggest challenge is? This is Vegas, guys.
Yeah.
Like, you got to understand, okay, these people here have the money, but they would rather spend the money on a show or an expensive dinner or
That's
things like,
point.
you understand? So this is why the grind is so heavy for us right now, because we have to reinvent what we're trying to do or invent. You can say it however you want, but we got to put it out there. You understand? And like I said, who believes in our stuff more than we do?
Yeah.
So we have to go on all the shows, news, all the media, outlets, and, let people know, just build it slowly but surely. We're not in a rush because, like I said, this is not for everyone. Yeah. You understand? But just know if you're a part of it, how special your situation can be. Because, like, when I say it doesn't end with just basketball or sports or whatever you do, it's more along the lines we're teaching you how to become a professional after that. And guess what? You finish school before you get to the NBA.
That's true.
You'll be out of high school. So what are you taught in those 12 years?
That's probably the biggest part too, is you got to, this isn't a knock on anybody in the world that gives time to recreational youth athletes, but the mentorship and the messages are very different. Right? When someone's sculpting, you're creating a plan for life after ball. And then you're using basketball as a foundational tool. Right? Because at the end of the day, not putting it down saying, hey, it's not important, real life is not important. No, there's different levels that we've all been through to where you're really connected to something. It's like the foundation of your life. So he's able to, especially able to connect with them on a basketball level, preach to them on what's to come afterwards, and I think they're more receptive of it versus when we're all 13, 14 years old, we're all going to the NBA. We're all going to the NFL.
Well, not only that, if they get hurt. Like, what do you do if you get hurt?
This is the thing. That's just the business side. Like, when I tell you guys, look, guys, I'm sure you guys look at the NBA like, oh, my God, they run, they jump, they're dunking, they're doing that. It's 5% basketball. The hard work that you put in is for that 5%. The rest of the game belongs to the business side. Remember, guys, it's a multi-billion-dollar organization. They're definitely this definitely triggers that has to be buttons that has to be pressed at certain times. Like I was having a conversation with Jay like 2 weeks ago. I was like, let me ask you something. When you see the NBA cares, right? And it's nothing against the NBA. Okay, this is just from me opening my eyes like, wow, I thought this was completely different. So we had an event, All-Star Weekend, say LeBron building 50 million houses, right, in the inner city. Do you guys think that he's really actually building those houses, or is he going down there, they're like, hey, LeBron, smile, hold a hammer and the nail, and that's it. So this is the thing. He holds it, he takes the picture, puts it down, and let the real guys come and do the work. You understand? So just look at it like this. That's exactly what it is. The 5% that you guys get a chance to see is them actually playing the basketball game. But it forces you. If I knew what I know now, 20 years ago, my mindset would be different, and this would have been off the ground by then.
Got it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Did it frustrate you seeing the BS when you pulled the curtain back?
I hated it with all my heart.
Because you first started with the Celtics? So you went to first? When you saw that and you saw how all the BS, like what did you hate?
I got to that part. I put it to you like this. I seen the BS part before I even played a game or even got to Boston.
Yeah. Okay.
I put it like, it's just simple. I knew what team I was going to. I knew what to say, like to the point where it was like, hey.
Almost scripted?
Oh, it was definitely scripted. We don't want this team or that team to get you, so you rolled your ankle last week. Didn't you, Marcus?
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, you know what? Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I sure did. And that's how it worked.
It's chess. It's all chess.
It's literally playing the lottery.
Yeah.
So you think about it, all you got to do is 32 teams. You get one team to like you. So it's a strategy, and now this is the business part I didn't understand. Well, if they take me off the board, don't you think the other 31 teams is like, wait a minute, why?
How the hell did they get him?
There you go.
Got it.
So now it's like, this is how you get teams trading up. And this is how you get now. Do you understand? And look, this is little gems. Like I said, y'all gotta. This is where you gotta go to my VT. You know, I'm filming my Lightspeed, like, and this is Chronicles of a Ghost Story. You know what I'm saying? And an underdog, which is my life. I'll be telling you guys. I'm gonna be walking you guys along the way of different, you know, situations that was going on throughout the league, and you know, so it's really cool. But this is a part of Ghost Stories, and you will get all the stories. These stories will continuously be added up there.
This stuff, man.
Oh no, it's amazing. It's amazing. Like we talk about little stuff, you know, all the time. Like simple as this, and it's just prime example. So you see, it just came out the Michael Jordan special, the flu game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was funny. So we were in the barbershop, and the guys was like, "Yeah, you know, Michael went for 50 on the flu game, and this and this and that." So I asked him, because I was around a couple conversations. I was like, "Hey, Utah closes at 8:00. At night, right?" I was like, well, everyone had the symptoms of the flu before. Agreed?
For sure.
The flu is the fever, right? I'm talking about like eyes, weakness to light. You know what I'm saying? Like you like to touch, you're sensitive to touch. Who can go out and run up and down the basketball court with the flu?
I know I have a hard time.
I can't get out of
and listen, I'm a monster when it comes to will to win.
Yeah.
Break me down.
Yeah.
You understand? So you'd be like, well, wait a minute. Did they hang out? Because it looked like a hangover to me.
Yeah. More like and Michael has
okay, so now if you dig deeper, they say that it was like more like it was a hangout. Oh, you understand that kind of.
Then it turned into the flu.
But
game.
think about it. You could play with a hangover, right? Yeah. Like,
but your body, your muscle memory for so long.
No, look, it's been days that we then went out and had an event the night before, but we have a big game tomorrow. Like, I've came in and not missed a shot. So you'll be like, what, how? It's just the way it works. Like, it's just like riding a bike.
That's crazy.
But no, like, those are little ghost stories, like little things that, look, when I tell you it's so interesting, like, and it's for everyone, kids, mothers, you know, sons, grandfather, like, it'll be interesting. I'm gonna have enough, you know, background and, you know, literature and, you know, little flashy things that's gonna keep the attention, and it's interactive. Okay. So, like, you can ask me a question and I'll sit there and wait for you. You know what I mean? And it'd be like, do you want to continue on with the master class or the class or whatever? And you'd be like, yes.
That's what's
Thank you for choosing that. And it's just sweet, man.
I like where you going with this, man. I didn't know we were talking about this. This is great. Yeah. I got to ask, man, and it's upsetting because now it's coming out. Kobe Bryant.
Oh, man.
That situation is just ridiculous, man. And I know you were close with him. So are you able to share a little bit just of the impact of that?
You know, it's tough for the NBA family. Reason being because, you know, this guy was a mentor. He was a big brother to literally, you got to think, Kobe played 20 years. These guys are coming in 1 year, their first year. You know, this guy been playing basketball longer than you've been alive. So, like, his mentorship and what he's done for the league the last 10 years, I'd say, is out of the planet. Like, you look at all the stars, they want to work out with Kobe. They want to know what the Mamba mentality is. You guys want to know what the Mamba mentality is? Never give up.
Yeah, work hard.
You understand? Never take no for an answer. If this is your job, like I said, be a star in your role.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what Mamba mentality is. Like, you know, the first time I met Kobe, it was, and I didn't even understand he was trying to mentor me. And it was in 03, 04, he came to Boston. And remember, I told you guys I only worked out for 2 teams. This is a story that no one ever heard before. literally. So he comes down, and I get a phone call, and my cousin's like, "Hey man, Kobe's shooting pool at the rack. He wants you to come." And remember, I worked out for the Lakers in Boston. The Lakers picked at 25. Boston had 21 and I think 18. You guys remember I got drafted to the Grizzlies. Boston moved up. So the Lakers in Boston was fighting, you understand, at the time to get me. If I could have worked out for the other 12 teams before, I would have. They told me I couldn't. You know why? Those slots are already set in stone. Yeah. Remember, guys, you got TJ Ford, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, LeBron James. You understand? Carmelo Anthony. Yeah. You go down. It's not enough. Darko. And this is the thing. Think about it. Look at it like this. If I move up one more spot, do you know how many feathers that would ruffle? So now it's like, okay, wait a minute.
It's like gatekeepers for real.
No, man, when I tell you, the business is out of the planet. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like I said, to get back to the Kobe story, they was like, hey, he's shooting pool at the rack and he want you to come. So I'm a young kid, man. I go in there and it's him by himself, and he has his 3 bodyguards. And Kobe moves like the damn Secret Service. So so I go in, I was shook. I was like, man, this is Kobe Bryant. But at the end of the day, you remember from our mentality, I'm looking at him like, hey, I'm coming to see you one day. Not understanding he was trying to put me under his wing. So if you notice, you guys don't know, I got traded to the Lakers.
I didn't know that.
All right, so I got traded to the Lakers. I was there for 2 weeks. So I got traded for GP. You guys remember when GP was there?
Oh,
that was me.
Something with the physical or something.
Bro, I missed 3 championships because GP didn't take his physical.
Yeah, that's tough.
No. Just simple and the physical.
We were talking.
Boston was like, hey, yo, we want him back. So the entire trade went through, right? Besides me. So you got to think, how was my energy coming back? No. Look, just imagine. You guys gave up on me already.
Oh, shit.
Right? This is my second year in the league.
Yeah.
You guys gave up. I don't want to come back.
Yeah.
You got to come back, and guess what? This is when the business part starts. So Kobe come down. He's like, hey, I guess he's checking my temperature, like, what kind of guy I am and whatever. So we find ourselves in there 3-4 hours going back and forth on the pool table. You understand what I'm saying? It was crazy because not even a couple of weeks later, Marcus Banks gets traded to the Lakers. So I'm just sitting there like, now I can look back on stories like that and be like, what was I doing at the time? Like I should have been, before all these guys, you get Kyrie and them working out with them, I had the opportunity to go and be with Kobe 20 years ago, 18 years ago. So it's just missed opportunities and ghost stories and stuff like that I will be sharing, on the VT and stuff like. Yeah. But it was really tragic, man, because I mean, Kobe been flying on the helicopter for 20 years. You understand? Yeah, I'm talking. It's so he flies to practice. He flying to any event, that's his means of transportation.
And talking about time, I mean, cutting the time, all the traffic.
You can leave 30 minutes before. There you go. Yeah. And that's what he was doing. But you guys got to think he's flying on the helicopter 4 and 5 times a day. 5, maybe 6. You understand?
So it's like,
you weren't even
thinking about it.
No, of course you don't. And you get a split second, and like I said, I mean, things happen. This is life. Yeah, you understand? Crazy. That's why everyone, please live your life. Take your time, spend it, do the right thing. Just live it. Yeah. You understand? You only get one.
Yeah.
You understand? And he was a prime example, a guy that was amazing person, amazing player, had all the money in the world, had all the accomplishments in the world, but it's cut so short. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like people got to learn to appreciate things a little bit better.
I felt that way after it happened.
Oh, absolutely. It brought the love. Yeah. Did you guys feel the love? Like everyone's like, you know what? Man, that's Kobe Bryant. Yeah. You know what? Let me just, I love you, Jesse.
Yeah. I caught a lot of
I love you, man. You know what I mean?
No, it's messed up, man, that you say that death like that has to happen. You mentioned something about own the moment, and it's own the moment is everything, man.
Oh, you gotta live in the moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I don't count 20 seconds ahead because you know how fast things happen. So at the end of the day, my motto is just stay solid. Yeah. All the way across the board. Don't get too hot. Don't get too cold. Stay neutral. And you know what I mean? Like you just, live it.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question just piggybacking on just the business side. How do you guys keep the camaraderie in the locker room when you know all the BS behind the scenes.
This
you know what I'm saying? Because it's different in college.
These guys, they're not friends. It's different. Think about it. You get paid $10 million. I get paid $4 million. You get paid $50 million. You get paid $2 million. Well, this guy right here, he walking around like I get paid $50 million. Yeah. You guys are my sons here. You understand? And remember, we're all grown men. This is the reason why relationships is different.
Wow.
You understand? Because it's like, if I'm better than you and I'm kicking your butt every day in practice, but you make $10 million, well, that's the business side. I mean, your agent is doing his thing. You understand? The owner, and that's what you run into. It's not roll the ball out there and the best man win. You understand? It's not like that anymore.
I like you said, I remember seeing something with Michael Jordan's old agent. And I remember them saying years ago, he was like the second most powerful person in the NBA behind David Stern back in the day. Because all of his talent that he had under his brother Patrick Ewing and all these guys. So that's crazy on the business side. So,
but as you notice, that's what LeBron did. That's what LeBron is doing right now. Think about it. Those kids in the NBA.
With Rich Paul and them cats?
Man, he's cornered the market. You understand?
So is that what happened with the NCAA BS with, they said the Rich Paul rule?
I mean,
you heard a lot about
it's
that.
Really, this is the thing, guys. It's the LeBron rule. Do you understand?
Fair enough,
that's that's the only thing they never. What we're doing right now. Like, look, we've been down that road, right? So we're making better decisions. Nobody's done what Rich Paul and LeBron and them are doing right now. So at the end of the day, for the world, think about it. They got every top player, every single market, right? Maybe besides 3.
Yeah.
So now you're mad because all the players want to come over here and play in LA or play over. Well, they want money, and they want extra. Well, it's just the way of the business, and guess who's cornered it? LeBron James has figured a way out.
That's crazy.
Just because off of popularity. You understand? Because think about it. When LeBron got drafted, who knew Rich Paul? Who knew Maverick Carter? This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm Marcus Banks.
Yeah.
This is Jesse.
Yeah, there you go.
Go.
Yeah.
No, look, this is who I want you guys to pay attention to.
Yeah.
You guys are going to see me, but I want you to understand my team is way better. And that's what he was doing. Yeah. So
that's crazy, man. That's disappointing too at the same time. Because it's almost like, and I hate to even, I don't want to go on that rabbit hole, but it's almost like what Jay's doing with Rock Nation.
Same thing.
It's literally it's like literally what you just said is Rock Nation. But on the
hoop side.
I guess to say hoop or PR and all that music side. So I got to give it to Dame when you hear a lot of that stuff. Is that that's what it comes down to.
Of course,
that's crazy, man. Well, I'm enjoying what y'all are doing, man. This is why this is why we wanted to have you guys on. When I was looking, and I started checking the website out, and I said, "Damn, man," because we just didn't want to have you just come in and just telling all the stuff. We wanted to see what's the future. You know what I mean? And this is great that you guys are pulling this together, man. So that's just awesome, man. I got to ask you, so who would be your top 5 NBA players, man, if you had to choose?
Wow. Top 5. You want a team?
Team.
It's gonna be interesting.
My top 5. I would have to put Shaquille O'Neal as my center.
Okay.
I've played with Kevin Garnett, and I mean, power forward spot is really, really tricky. It just depends. You can put LeBron at the power forward spot. Okay. Because at the end of the day, he's point forward.
That's fair enough.
So are you gonna do that?
You know what? The game's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. It depends what era. If we talking about this era, I want a team that can get up and down.
So
okay.
That's
So that's why you put Bron at that position.
At the 5.
If I was to take the 3, you go ahead and put Kevin Durant there. Okay. At the 2 and the 1, you could put Michael and Kobe. It just depends on what you need, right?
That'd be a killer.
So if you got Kobe and you got remember who's the point guard on the team? Point forward. LeBron James.
So you just got killers with shooters.
That's what they're doing now, right? Like they're spreading the court, and they putting all guys that can knock a shot down. So guess what? If you just start a team, the sky's the limit.
That's a different
Do you think the league is softer?
No, this is the thing. It's not that it's softer. I mean, if the referee's calling this is a foul, it turns the league into soft. Like we grew up like they want us to dive on the floor for loose balls. What's soft about that? You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, so at the end of the day, it's. I want you guys to understand this. Why you think Vegas wins and so popular? There you go. There you go. There you go.
That's true.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Guys, come on now. if I'm the referee, I can pick and choose what foul I want to call.
Yeah.
You don't think the point spread and all that kind of stuff to me?
Yeah.
And I'm from Vegas.
Yeah.
Look, I done been in games and been like,
we had better IQ.
No,
talking about that,
bro. I've been sitting right there. I'm talking about on the wood I'm on the court. I'm playing. I'm in a uniform, and I look at a call from a ref, and you're sitting there like,
come on, man.
Well, what did you see?
Yeah.
And I mean, not even only that, they got it on the Jumbotron and everything. So it's like, how did you make that call? You know what I mean? And
you hear the player going crazy and technical.
there you go. So for me, like, look, man, I've seen a lot of tricky stuff in my time, and being from Vegas is the only reason why I made it that far, because I've seen everything you're throwing at me.
Yeah.
You understand? And this is the reason why, to get back to the kids, where I can tell you, hey, yo, don't worry about the lights. Don't worry about
all
clubs.
the shiny stuff. Yep.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Like, don't worry about that. Focus on your craft. Keep grinding. And at the end of the day, you will get what you need, you know what I mean, in the future.
What do you think the impact of like having the Raiders here? Because you always hear people talk about. I mean, you say they say that all the shiny stuff and all the things going on, but you would think they could do it here. I mean, the Knights have done extremely well. Having the Raiders here, what do you think that's going to do to Vegas?
I'm gonna eat on this just a tad.
Okay.
For me, the Raiders going to be fine. Every single game is going to be sold out.
That stadium is ridiculous.
Look, it's an event, guys. It's only 6 games going to be there. Yeah. 6.
Shoot, you don't even think about that.
Now, remember, we play 82 games a season.
Jesus.
Okay, so every game is going to be sold out. The showmanship is going to be out of the planet. They're going to shoot fireworks from every angle.
Yeah. Cirque du Soleil, all
the This is Las Vegas. Guess what? The biggest attraction, if you miss that show, you're missing everything.
Yeah.
So get in if you can get in.
That's a good point.
Now, you want to know what it's going to do to Vegas. How does UNLV fall behind? Well, if you look what the Golden Knights done. All the fans are Golden Knight fans, and it just started 2 years ago. Yeah. Well, UNLV has been here since the beginning of the time, and we can barely get 2,500 people in the arena.
Why is that? I don't understand.
Because they don't have this. It's a disconnect.
Okay.
That's why we're here. Like we're working closely, you know what I mean, like with different programs. I'm not even gonna. You understand the community, so that this is the thing. I want a lot of these kids to stay home. And go to UNLV. It's right down the street. If you're trying to go to the NFL, guess what? We got the Raiders.
Talking about that. Yeah.
We got the Raiders. Guess what? If you're trying to go to the NBA, hello, it's a possibility. It doesn't matter. If you put in your work, you can make it happen. That's why we're trying to get to these kids now, because we only want 1 or 2 to stay. It's only 12 on a basketball team. Yeah. You understand? It's only 60 on a football team, but guess what? The main positions is the quarterback, running back, receivers. Yeah. Well, you know, it's 500 Division I colleges in the world. We gotta get it back rocking over here. Yeah. And that's and abroad. What we're doing too is as well. We're not leaving Las Vegas behind. That's what's up. You understand? Yeah. It's not just about business and the money and this and that. The grind is real. It's for the entire city. Like you got to think, Coach Russ is doing a great job over at CSN. You understand? And people don't understand. Vegas has a junior college now, guys. Yeah. So guess what? They didn't have that when I was coming out. You understand? So that's the reason why I had to leave and go to Dixie.
That's right, because you played a couple years at Dixie.
I played 2 years. 2 years at Dixie.
Got it.
You understand? So like I said, Vegas has opportunities. You know what I mean? Like I just want to get a chance to talk to these kids and let them know if you're trying to do a one and done, you might as well stay home and do a one and done and give your family a little extra year to see you because I'm the first person to tell you it's no NBA team in Las Vegas. And at the end of the day, guess what?
It's coming though, man.
It may be. But like I said, it's been a long time. And what do you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. That's interesting. You were going to say something too, huh? Yeah. You were going to share on that also? The Raiders
it's just such a broad question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what that does, what does that do?
Did you see the real estate going up? Ridiculous.
Sure, it could do that. And then, but once again, hasn't the city always been built off of the entertainment and the stuff and people coming in, coming out? So what does that really do? That's what confused me when people go, man, well, the traffic, what about the traffic now on the strip? When there's 16 events, you know,
but you're starting to see more wide in the freeways.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. We didn't. I mean, that's been adding up. You know, all the frontage roads and stuff.
But is that because of one game on a Sunday, or is that because we went from having less than 500,000 people here within 10 years to about 2.2 to 3 million people?
That's true.
That's where I think it's even this is way bigger than sports for these guys to stay home, whatever that may mean to them, because the Vegas opportunity has grown so much.
I agree.
In every industry, with more people becomes more, it's not just about the jobs, it's more resources that are needed.
Got it.
Can you imagine if we weren't doing what we're doing right now for the youth in the community? No. Then it would be even, so now you've increased by 1 million plus families, and there's still the same amount of resources that are given to our youth. That doesn't make too much sense.
Keep going backwards.
That's what attracted me to Vegas, was those two things, what we hit on already, with education and the need to improve it, or someone to take a stance and to shift the paradigm of what education is, right?
Gotcha.
And then two, the fact that there's so many opportunities regardless of what industry that you're in, because with more people requires more need, right? We need more providers. You need more schools, you need more this, you need more gyms. So it's so interesting that I don't understand how you would pass, if you have the right mentorship as a 4 or 5 star big time athlete and you're from here, why wouldn't you use UNLV as leverage to be the hometown hero, just to have that credibility, like how he's doing?
There you go.
15 years later, to come back and implement your business back in the city, and you were that figure. What could be the pitch? The short time, small money that you're getting from a big conference down on the other side of the Mississippi? Yeah, not to call anybody out.
I got it.
I already know.
That's bad guidance to me.
You
know what I mean? At the end of the day, you want to come back, and it's all about learning from others, developing, bringing resources, and then coming back into your community and be able to make that splash and impact others.
Got it.
So why isn't anyone grabbing that bull by the horns? So it's good to see that there is some hometown. You're seeing some of that with the basketball program now for sure, with Coach T's killing it, right? Big win on Saturday.
No, that was huge.
I needed to hit you on that one.
No, that was good. That was good. Shout out to UNLV, man. I don't want to overlook, you know what I'm saying, because they grinding. I want you guys to get out there and support them.
Yeah, and they'll be playing at the radio.
So look, this is the thing, man. This is a family event, and guys, all I preach is family, and everyone from Las Vegas, we're family, right? And if we want this thing done the right way, let's get out there and support. It's just simple. It's really simple. Support the kids, right? Don't talk about it. Be about it. Guess what? Look what I'm doing. I'm about it. I can easily fall back into my own little corner and go live happily ever after, right? And so could Jay. But it's like this. We know what's needed. We're in a lot of different circles, and we hear what the parents are saying. We hear, what the strife is as far as kids and what they want. So it's like this. We might as well start now. It's going to be a marathon, and it's going to take a minute, guys. Like, look, we're not saying that this is everything, but at least the information that we're putting out there is exactly what these kids need.
That's awesome, man. I'm happy, man. I'm rooting for y'all, man. Straight up. No, I'm rooting for y'all, man. So I got to ask you guys, man, we talk about Vegas just in general. What is y'all's favorite restaurant in Vegas? Because I know you're behind, because we've been getting some killers.
T-Bone Steakhouse, Red Rock Casino.
Okay.
This guy needs a sponsorship. He needs a sponsorship with T-Bone.
Red Rock, you don't even get Red Rock, you better shout at him, man.
Oh, my gosh. T-Bones, what do we got to do, T-Bones? Can we get something, T-Bone? I'm just saying, at least we have so many meetings at T-Bones. I'm talking about the little private room. We just we just need 2 steaks. Okay, there you go. 2 steaks. You know what? Bring
a week.
A week. There you go. Okay, two steaks a week. And,
that's a good call. That's a real good call.
We need to start doing that, man. You know what I mean?
If you say that, put me and Chris in there too.
Say no more. You know what I mean? Throw my guys in there. We in there.
That's good, man. Yeah. But you said so. I like that. I got to check that out. I still ain't been to T-Bones.
What? We're going tonight. Let's go.
I've never been, man. I got to check it out, man.
Let's go. We got tonight.
You know what's funny? I literally, I'm gonna say this because the place is good, and I don't want to give them the shine, but SW at Wynn is.
Oh no, that's my favorite. I did not listen.
That spot is bomb too.
He hasn't. When I tell you, he hasn't got past T-Bones.
Like, I'm gonna tell you, know what it is? Because you know it. The ambiance is ridiculous. There,
I'm trying to tell. Like, look,
we just went. My wife and I, we just went.
Have you guys been to Mayfair yet? The supper club?
No. I just saw that. Yeah, I just saw the
amazing. Yeah, that's the best experience. It might be on the Strip right now.
Really?
Like that.
We went to Catch. I like Catch too.
It is, but man, who is this guy, man? You
said where?
He doing promos and stuff.
I gotta check it out, man. That's good. Man.
Yeah, that's and it's definitely you want to bring a group.
Okay,
you understand? You definitely want to bring a group because. Everybody enjoys. I'm talking about it's singing, it's dancing.
Oh, that's the flavor they're going with.
Oh, it's sick.
That's at Bellagio?
Man, it's called a supper club.
Okay.
You know, I have a couple friends that, you know what I mean, like that runs it or whatnot, and you know, I came. They invited us to you know the opening, the grand opening night, like kind of soft. Man, when I tell you, it was the greatest time. It was great vibes, great people, great energy.
Great experience.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, it's not like every other spot that you've been to. Like, we're more into different things. Like, you know what I mean? Like dinners, lounges. You know, the grown up situation.
Yeah, for sure.
That's that place there. It'll give you everything that you need. Damn, I sound like a man. Excuse me. You know what? Back to MB3.
That's good. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get them to shine, man. That's good, man. Well, that's great. Where can people find you guys at, man? Can you shout out to all your social medias, the websites and things?
MB3Academy.com.
Okay, that's spot to go to. Yep.
Most definitely. And then from there, what's beautiful about the websites and everything that we do as well is that you'll be able to access that site will drive you everywhere else.
Perfect.
So earlier Marcus was talking about his Lightspeed VT programs. So
I'm definitely checking that out,
bro. It's going to be cool.
I'm liking that.
What's cool is for everybody though, because there's some things where we're here in Vegas and we have our brick and mortar sites here.
Yeah,
sure.
But the Lightspeed can be accessed by anyone virtually anywhere.
You
understand what I'm saying? Worldwide, you know what I mean? So there's going to be there's going to be an equal balance for what we do on site here at the institutions. Also, everything that he has online. This is just the first opening program. It's like a promo.
Sophisticated.
And you guys are building your new facility right now.
Right here, right off of Buffalo.
Perfect. When is that plan to be opened up?
We're looking at probably 3 months out from now. We'll be doing some soft opening walkthroughs, open houses, and all that as soon as 8 to 10 weeks.
Okay.
And then hopefully we can come back and talk about this.
I was just about to say, let us know when you guys are doing it, because when you guys have the opening, we'll have you guys come on for sure.
For sure.
Shout out.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us, man. Giving these gems,
we had a blast, man.
So we'll bring you back, man. So thank you for hanging out with us at Vegas Circle, man. Appreciate it.
It's all love. Anytime.
Good stuff, man. Thank you, guys.
For sure.